Good morning and welcome to the back of Zephyr the bus. My name is Brandon and today we're going to be doing a part install on Zephyr that I'm really excited about. Volkswagen buses of this year came with only 2 brake lights and they are pretty low to the ground. You can imagine how difficult that might be to see for someone in a lifted truck or a big rig behind me. So today we're going to be installing this third brake light. It's going to be installed at the top of the rear windshield. It's going to turn on with the other brake lights. It's going to function as a brake light should, and it's going to add just a little bit more safety to my bus. This brake light comes as a kit from GoEsti. This video is not sponsored by GoEsti, but if anybody out there at GoEsti would like to kick me a few bucks or send me some products for future videos, I won't say no. Let's talk. This kit is actually built for later vans, but we're gonna make it work today. Anyway, this kit comes with the third brake light and it's already got the wiring attached to it. You also got an assortment of electrical connectors, screws, grommets, an alcohol pad for cleaning your rear windshield before you stick this on with the adhesive material. But I'm gonna get this installed, I'm gonna get it wired up, so let's go back there and let's go check it out. Here's how it's going to work. The brake light has this adhesive sticky strip on the back of it, and that's going to mount right here on the rear windshield with the light facing out. You get 2 wires here, a positive and a ground. I'm going to run the wires down the inside of the window seal, down this guy right over here. The ground wire is going to ground up in here, right around where the rear window defroster grounds out. The power wire is going to run down the inside of this channel, and it's going to plug in on this brake light here. I should let you guys know that I'm only going to temporarily install this third brake light today. I want to replace the rear windshield seal, and doing that is going to be a lot easier if I don't have a mess of wires floating around that I need to deal with. Status report. Light is currently temporarily installed with some blue painter's tape. The 2 wires for the brake light run underneath the window seal all the way down here until you get to the end. And then the zip tie keeps these cables tidy. This wire is going to just run down the arm of the hatch here. So now you've got 2 wires here, a black and a black with a white stripe. Black with a white stripe is your positive. Black is your ground, so I'm going to split these wires. The ground wire is going to go up into there. So this is the ground wire. You can see that I've cut it really short. You don't need nearly as much ground wire, especially if it grounds out just up in here. The defroster wire for the rear windshield comes up this wire, loops up there, and then it grounds right to this screw. So that's a good ground. We're gonna route our ground wire the same way. A little bit of heat shrink tubing is a great insulator, and it's always fun to break out a lighter and just kind of run it back and forth here. Much better. There's the screw that we're going to ground to. I'm just going to add this wire to it, and that'll be done with the ground part of the circuit. Ground wire comes up, it loops up there, and attaches right to that screw. Positive is going to run into here. I might go through the hole left behind by this screw. If you're using the bug screen, you're going to want to keep these guys intact. Just drill another hole either above or below this guy, send your wire through, and that wire is going to come down And it'll meet you here in the engine bay. Now this is a 1972 bus. We are going to tap into the red and black wire coming from the brake light back here. To turn one connection into two connections, you can get one of these little terminal connectors. I'll leave a link to some in the description below so you can pick these up. We're going to pop this guy in. The red and black wire is going to come off of one of these terminals, and our new wire for our third brake light is going to come off of the other terminal. Well, it's a little bit fiddly once you try to get your head back there and into those wires, but actually on my setup, the red and white wire for the brake light as well as the black and white wire from our third brake light were just not long enough. So as you can see, I've extended the black and white wire, and then I used a couple of terminals to extend the red and black wire. It's now a red and green wire on this end. There isn't a lot of room in there to stuff spare wires, so if you're going to extend your wires, use your wires sparingly. But you can see how they come together at this little terminal here. I'm going to put this end into where the brake light is. Alright, well I finished cleaning up the wires and I went ahead and I put the plastic cover back on the back of the brake light. It's time to test the third brake light. Now GoSD has conveniently placed this LED light in the middle of it so that you can look in your rearview mirror and see if your brake light is working and if your brake lights are on. I'm in the driver's seat right now, and to test the brake lights you need to turn the key and then press the brake. Hey, look at that! So I can see the LED indicator light back there every time I hit the brake, and I can see it in the rear view mirror, so I know when all of my brake lights are on and I know when all of them are off. This is really cool. This was actually super simple to install. I mean, I did it here in the carport of my apartment. Didn't use many tools, and that's really gonna help keep me safe from a rear end collision. Well, that's about it for me today, guys. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast and really get my day started here. Hey, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're interested in Volkswagen maintenance, Volkswagen upgrades, Volkswagen traveling, and camping, and van lifing, and adventures, because that's what this channel is all about. We're having fun, and we're doing cool stuff. My name is Brandon. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope to see you at the next video.